What's going on, everyone? I'm Zach with Blades LLC. We do snow removal here in central Minnesota, and I'm here today to take you through my 2023-2024 snow removal setup. Let's get into it. Alrighty, you guys, so let's start with the truck. Behind me, this will be new to me this year. This is a 2017 Chevy 3500 HD Silverado. It has a 6-liter gas engine in it. We are super excited to use this truck this year. I can't wait to try it out. It's red, my favorite color. Matches all the nice Boss equipment we have here on this truck. This is a 2023 Boss DXT 9.2. It's just the regular standard metal, nothing fancy to it. I'm excited to have some red iron on the front of this truck. Few things that stick out to me. The size of this plow. We went last year from using an 8.5-foot Hinniker V plow with no flare top. It was a flat top plow. The snow coming off the plow was running into the banks, so it made it really hard. We had almost 100 inches of snow here last year, guys. That is insane. As you pick up speed with a flare top plow, it gets the snow up and over the top of the banks much better than a flat top plow will. Another thing that I'm super excited to use on this snow plow are these headlights. One of my biggest pet peeves in plowing snow is not being able to see. We do a lot of plowing here at dark, guys. It gets dark at, I think, 5 p.m. here in the wintertime. Not a whole lot of daylight, so it's crucial to be able to see. Minimizes accidents, all that type of good stuff. So these are heated. They should keep the snow off. They'll be nice and bright this winter. This plow, I did not opt to go with the downforce on this. I don't think it's gonna be a super huge deal. These do cut pretty well. I'm a huge Boss snowplow fan. Everything all works together here, super nice. We're all red. We run all Boss, all Toro. So Toro is owns Boss. They purchase Boss. Kind of nice, just everything all matches, all good quality, all good parts. Behind the truck, new to us this year, is the Boss TGS 600 salt spreader. This is a salter sander. I believe you could put either or in. So I don't know a ton about this yet. We just installed it. I haven't used it one time yet. We're gonna see how it goes. You get to take a look at, well, to go inside the cab, I'll show you the plow controller, show you the controller for the TGS 600. It's all relatively the same, I guess. If you're familiar with the TGS 1100, that's a little bit bigger. I think it holds twice the amount of salt. This one holds, I want to say 400 pounds, so like 8 50-pound bags. We've got our power thaw ice melt down here on the ground. Melts to 20 below Fahrenheit. Picked up a pallet of that from Gerton's. They give us a good deal on this stuff when we buy it in bulk, so that's how we're gonna do it this year. You know what? We only have really a couple places where I can think of that we're gonna use this. We have one big parking lot that needs to be salted, so we're gonna just use that there. It's not gonna get used a ton. It'll probably come on and off quite often, actually. I was intending on doing some snow removal with this winter. We ended up losing a big sidewalk job. Well, not that I really wanted it anyways, but you guys might see this winter on my channel. I'll probably be doing some snow removal just with the bucket. It's got its forks on it right now, but we will probably do a little bit of footage on the 1025R John Deere here as well. I might get a push box for it at some point, guys, but I'm gonna do a little teaser here and let you know that we are thinking about switching to a bigger tractor for next year and doing more tractor work with a rear-mounted inverted snowblower. So don't tell anyone. Might happen next year. All right, over here is my 8-foot Hinniker, just a straight blade snowplow. This is the snowplow that actually started my business. I had this on Big Red, my very first truck that I used for my business. It was a 2002 Chevy 2500 HD, super bulletproof truck, 6-liter in it, gas once again. Awesome truck to plow with, very fun. So I still have my original snowplow here. It goes on the front of this truck over here. It's actually a little bit small for the front of it. I'd like to run like a 9.5 or a 9.2 on the front of this one. Can't go 9.5. That'd be over the legal width by the DOT. You can't be over, what is it, 8.5 feet wide on the front. This 9.2 in V mode is less than 8.5 feet, so no worries there. But it's important to make sure that you do, when you're transporting this plow, that it is all the way in the V mode. Otherwise you could be over, so could cause some issues out there on the roads, guys. I know somebody commented further back and was kind of being nice and just letting everybody, just a friendly reminder, don't run wings on your plow, don't be over 8.5 feet wide. So they're going to be cracking down on that this year. I know that for a fact. All right, let's move over here to my snow blowers. Last year we had a ton of wet heavy snow. We purchased this PowerMax 828 OAE Toro snowblower. This is a 2-stage snowblower, meaning it has 2 separate augers down here. So it splits in the middle, and I think it has, yeah, it has 2 different shear bolts on it. 2 sides. This puppy blows snow, guys. This thing absolutely sends it. It was like a $1,700 investment, and it definitely paid for itself last year. We used it a ton. Over here, this is my favorite of the Toro snowblowers. This is the 721R powerclear single stage rubber paddle snowblower. Put some new rubber paddles on it towards the end of the season last year, so those should be good to rock and roll. This thing, like I said, is my favorite. It scrapes it down to the absolute pavement. If you guys are just getting into snow removal commercially, I would definitely recommend this snowblower. I think they also have an 821, which is also, it's the heavier duty of the Toro snowblowers. It's their commercial one, but this one worked absolutely fine. You're going to replace the paddles probably every season if you're doing 90 inches of snow, but hey, other than that, we've had this one for a few years now, and it has treated us well. So over here we have our snow plow shovels here. This one is, what the heck, there's 2 different sizes here.
Yeah,
okay, so I'm gonna measure these for you guys here real quick. Oh, this must be their 28. So this is the 28. I love this shovel. Tell you what, anything bigger than these, oops. Ooh. Anything bigger than these, and this is the 30. So a 28 and a 30. These are 2 really great sized snowplow shovels. They're the straight blade ones. They're good, but they're not good for wet snow. So like, if you go much bigger than that, they make bigger ones, but I wouldn't recommend them. Like, don't go any bigger than the 30. If you're gonna run into some wet, heavy snow, you're gonna have a hard time pushing it. So they do fine up to, I don't know, what do you think, 6 inches of snow or so? 4 to 6 inches, they're all right. After that, you're gonna get into the scoop shovels. This is what we like to use once the snow gets wet and heavy. This is the original snowplow shovel once again, and they're like 17.5 inches, and you can scoop really nicely with these. So when you're working with probably 6+ inches of snow, you're gonna be using these a lot. We use them on like steps and other narrower spots, I guess, shoveling off decks. We do some deck work. A lot of kind of unique situations, I guess, so we have a lot of different stuff. Unfortunately, I wish we could kind of like niche down to like just running trucks, not even really getting out of it, not even doing shoveling, or like I said, next year maybe doing some tractor work where, you know, we're not doing a ton of shoveling, because we do actually do a lot of shoveling. That's a big part of our business. The Hinniker, that's more of a backup snowplow that goes on that truck in an emergency, so it'll get the job done. Other than that, yeah, we might use the tractor, might play around there. We'll go inside the truck here in a second. I'll send Kettler in and give her a break from behind the camera, and I'll show you guys what we do inside the truck, a little bit on how we film and how we're gonna run our snow business this year. So let's head into the truck. This year, you guys are gonna be seeing shots from here, here, and here. Okay, so inside the truck here, we have our salt spreader controller down here. Kind of nice. Perfectly located, easy to get to when I'm not holding this camera. Just reach down here with my right hand and I can adjust how I need to. Power on, boom. Kind of nice. This is the Boss V-Plow controller. Turn her on, pick her up. She's back. We'll put her in scoop right here. Pretty big in the scoop. And then if you push here on these two, it turns it to the side. Push here, turns it the other way. And then obviously we'll wing it back into V. Put her down. So that's the controllers. So we switched from our regular cab Ram truck that we were using last year, the 2500. It was a good truck, great truck, absolutely loved to plow with it, but we expanded our family this year and we kind of needed like a family truck. This other truck, the white Chevy crew cab long box, it's a little bit obnoxious to plow with. It is a crew cab, but it's not like the most efficient truck ever to plow with. And besides, I think that truck has almost 220,000 miles on it, so it really is getting up there. This one has like 120 something on it, so something I definitely feel comfortable plowing with, that's for sure. There is absolutely no reason that you have to plow with a low mileage truck. Yes, it is probably the best case scenario, but you don't have to be successful in plowing. I've plowed with trucks with 260 to 280,000 miles on them, and they were plenty reliable enough. Alright, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a rundown on our plowing business for this year. As I mentioned earlier, you know, the 1025R, we were going to get a snowblower for that and do some sidewalk jobs. Well, I ended up dumping off some of those sidewalk jobs, so it's just not going to be needed a whole lot this year. We're set up with mostly residential driveways. I did pick off one nice big commercial account for this year, so that's going to be kind of our bread and butter for the commercial side of things. But it's going to be mostly, you know, $60 to $120 residential driveways. That's kind of our niche deal here. We live about an hour north of Minneapolis, St. Paul, so a lot of country driveways up here. My driveway, these are like the cookie cutter driveways that I really like to do. You can do them for like 60 some bucks a shot, 50 bucks a shot, whatever you want to do. That'd be a little bit on the cheap side, but somewhere in that $60 range is kind of good for a driveway the size of mine. So we're going to run through and hammer those out. I think we have a total of like 23 accounts this year, so not crazy. I'm hoping to add a couple more, but some of those are larger snow blowing and shoveling accounts, so they really do toast us out pretty good. I'm anticipating on average we're going to have like a 9 to 10 hour route. It's going to be pretty busy, but not terrible. I don't really care to plow for more than 12 hours. After that, it just gets kind of sickening, to be honest. But I'm looking forward to doing it this year. I hope you guys have enjoyed my plowing setup for this year. I know I've been getting some questions on it, and we're hoping to get some snow here soon. It's just not turning out quite to be like last year, obviously, where we had probably plowed, I don't know, 4 times by this point last year. It was ridiculous. But we haven't even had, I think we had one measurable snow, and it was in October. And I actually did get to try this truck out on one parking lot. So kind of like a zero tolerance type deal. I got to run down there and try that out. So I've shoveled some, plowed one lot so far this year, but other than that, it has not been crazy, and I didn't film any of it. So we're going to get to these videos here pretty soon, but I wanted to give you guys kind of an update. Hoping to post videos Monday and Friday. I'm going to probably end up going back to my manufacturing job here soon, so we'll see how that ends up working out this year. But until next time, guys, I'm Zach with Blades LLC, and I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm going to leave a link here at the end to some of our last year's snow plowing content in case you want to watch and kind of see how we do things.
There is no